Hello again, Kingston Town Administrator Keith Hickey with the latest edition of This Week in Kingston for the week ending February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hope everybody had a great Valentine's Day. Um, Again, it's going to sound like a broken record at this point for those who watch every week, but we're knee deep in budgets and capital improvement plans and finance committee meetings and whatnot. So um, not a lot has changed since last week. The Board of Selectmen had a meeting this past Tuesday night. They spent nearly 2 hours discussing the request of the Kingston School Committee to provide or include in the annual town meeting warrant a Proposition 2.5 override for the school department, for the Kingston School Department. The amount that the Kingston School Department is looking for at this point for fiscal year 26 is $987,000. That would allow them to, from their point of view, provide a level service budget for the Kingston School Department. Tonight, February 13th, the Silver Lake School Committee will be meeting. Hopefully, we'll be finalizing a budget. The school administration has provided a budget to the Silver Lake School Committee that reflects a 2% increase in the overall expenditures within Silver Lake. The school committee will be discussing whether or not they're satisfied with the programs that can be offered with a 2% budget increase, or they'll be looking for some sort of a modification of that amount, and also would ask to have some sort of a Proposition 2.5 override. We don't know what that amount's going to be at this point. We hope to find out tonight. Once that information is known, we'll certainly make the public aware of what's happening. The board of selectmen is the only group that can put a Proposition 2.5 override on the warrant. I think the board of selectmen has mixed feelings, is my impression. I don't want to speak for them, but the 2 hour debate this past Tuesday, without a decision being made, just not sure at this point. I guess I'll say it that way. The board is certainly wants to help the schools out. They want to work with them as best they can, but they're also concerned about the increases in taxes over the last couple of years, increases in water sewer bills, and what that does to the average taxpayer's budget. So there'll be some additional discussions by the board at their next meeting. Their next meeting is going to be on the 25th of February. Anticipate the board making a decision on an override and whether or not that's included on the warrant or not at that meeting. So if you have questions, concerns, I know there's some information certainly on our website of some of the budgetary information. There's also some information on the budget on the Silver Lake website. If you want to look at that information, there's a significant number of posts on Facebook about people's feelings, both positive and negative, about a Proposition 2.5 override. It's a real challenging decision and something that hopefully a greater number of voters will take interest in and participate at town meeting. And ultimately, if a Proposition 2.5 override vote is on the town meeting warrant and is approved at town meeting, there would be a special election where it'll be on a ballot. If the board sponsors that and it sponsors that Proposition 2.5 override and it does pass a town meeting, the Proposition 2.5 override ballot vote would be on Saturday, May 17th, same day as town elections. If there's some sort of a petitioned article or a motion at town meeting that increases the operating budget, and needs Proposition 2.5 override vote, there'll have to be a special election sometime in June for that. So we'll see what shakes out. We'll let everybody know what's going on, what the decisions of both Silver Lake and the Board of Selectmen are over the upcoming weeks. We also have a capital improvement plan, capital improvement committee working on the capital improvement plan. for fiscal 26. They met again last night. They'll meet again in about a month. Ideally, try to finalize that capital improvement plan and bring something forward to the Finance Committee and the Board of Selectmen for their review and consideration. Again, I've mentioned that the annual town election is on May 17th. There are a number of positions that are up for reelection. There's also obviously a lot of appointed positions that are available right now. If people are interested in getting involved in their local government, love to have you submit a letter of interest for the board that you're interested in to the selectman's office, and we'll get that in front of the Board of Selectmen as quickly as we can, and have that have you appointed to a board or commission of your choice. And again, just to make sure people remember, the annual town meeting this year is going to be a little bit early. It's going to be on Saturday, April 26th. Also a KES, so it's going to be important for you to get there. Weigh in when you can, and let people know how you feel. Just to give people a sense, the warrant is open right now. If there was any interest in submitting a petitioned article of any kind, you can do that up until March 25th. The warrant closes on March 25th, so you have just over a week. I'm sorry, a month to get that information, to get that warrant article in if you wanted to. You can check with the town clerk's office. They can provide you the documentation and the number of signatures you need to have on that petitioned article for annual town meeting. So that's been the majority of the time that's being spent, at least in my office, on those two items. We're trying to finalize the town report now. I want to apologize for any inconvenience that anybody had with the transfer station being closed last weekend. We needed the employees from the transfer station to help us plow the roads. Our streets and parks guys did a great job at that. Just a friendly reminder, when there is going to be a storm, when we've got to go out and plow, it's important to have people take their cars off the streets so we can properly maintain those roads. And having cars parked in the roadway is a bit of a challenge and doesn't let us plow the roads the way we would like to do them and the way you expect to have them done. So just a friendly reminder to try to keep those cars off the road when you can. Dog licenses are still available, so if you want to come in and get your dog licensed without paying a penalty, you need to come in sooner rather than later. If you haven't done it here before, you need your certification from the vet that they've been spayed or neutered if they have, to get a bit of a discounted rate. And beyond that, we'll be meeting again with the Finance Committee next Wednesday night. They'll be working through a number of different departments again, trying to get closer to finalizing a recommended budget for the warrant. So again, stay tuned. Let either myself, the Board of Selectmen, or the Finance Committee, or the school committee know how you're feeling about the budget in general, the override potential. If you want to share that information, we would love to hear from you one way or another. And I want to thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you again next week. Thank you.